Hello and welcome everybody. Merry Christmas. Here in the United States, national holiday. People have time off. I get a question occasionally that I'm going to answer today. What do I have in my bag? It changes. Things oscillate back and forth. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Right now, this is my bag. Now there's going to be somebody who rolls in who doesn't know anything about golf. If you're new to golf, when you golf, you can have up to 14 clubs, but no more. Unless you're not playing in a tournament and that rule just kind of gets thrown out the window, you can kind of play with whatever you want. But I recommend sticking to the 14. Sometimes, if I have a new driver that I want to hit on a certain hole or two, I might bring it along to see how it goes. Or if somebody lends me a club, here, try this putter. Sometimes I'll throw it in my bag and I'll have technically 15 clubs. But that's obviously not tournament play. Okay, so 14 clubs is the limit, including your putter. And generally there are two types of bags. Cart bags, obviously for carting around. My favorite are the carry bags that kind of double as cart bags. Carry bags are probably the way to start. So they have legs that automatically deploy when you bend the. They're fun. It's a fun game. So what do I have in my bag? I have some cheap head covers. I swap these out too, but I lose them so frequently I don't worry too much about my head covers. We're going to start with the big stick, all right? Number one, we have, I think it's a 2017. What was the first year they made? It's the second version of the TaylorMade M2. Like when I go to the PGA Tour Superstore, they have it's labeled as a 2019 TaylorMade M2. I'm not sure if there's a difference, but I don't think it's the 2019. I think it's the 2018 or 2017, whatever. The second version of the TaylorMade M2, 9.5, set to standard loft, standard, everything, just 9.5 degree M2 driver. A little loud, but I hit it pretty well. Oh, you can see my strike patterns right here. You can see I've hit a few kind of high on the face, mostly down here, maybe a little low on the face. I have some variance in my swing. You can see that, can't hide that. So love this driver. I enjoy the driver. It's a lot of fun. It does what it needs. It does what I tell it to do. Let's just say that. And then under here, this is where things go back and forth a little bit. So underneath here, I have a Cleveland, don't want to hit my ceiling here, a Cleveland High Bore XLS. It's just a big club. It has this like weird thing. I was in Columbus, and I took this to the range to review it, and I hit a few shots, and I duffed one, and I was just like, oh man, But the nice thing about a club that you have lots of experience with is my next shot, I could hit it just fine. So to me, I have so much confidence in this. If I duff one, I'm not worried about, is it the club? What am I doing wrong? It's just, I just screwed up. It's just me. Because I have such a history with it. And that's an old trusty, okay? So I've been swapping this with another one of my old trusties, one of my favorites. This is a Ping G. It's some variant. It's the SF Tech, whatever that is. It's just an SF Tech Ping 3-wood that I really like. I also hit this one pretty well. Up for review. I'm not sure when all these reviews are coming out. I recorded a lot, and so they're scheduled if you haven't seen them already. So this one is, which one started? At some point in the year, I've had either one of these in my bag. It just goes back and forth. But the last time I played, this was in my bag. The Cleveland XLS High Bore. You can see from, it's a holiday. You guys aren't in any rush, right? The size is pretty similar. This is what I like to see, these big pancake flat 3-woods that look friendly. Friendly is the answer for me in golf. A few years back, I have a couple of these Titleist hybrids. These were custom fit. Things change. Maybe we'll talk about that here. So what you're looking at, a 913H Titleist hybrid. Okay, so this is a 14 degree and this is a 21 degree. I played them with their normal lofts for the first few years. The 913 I think was released in 2013. I'm pretty sure those numbers align. So these are 7 going on 8 years old. So when I switched to these Mizunos, which I bought used, these Mizuno irons, let's talk about that now. let's finish with the hybrids. So I moved these down. So this one is set to D1, which I think means that I take some loft off of it, and it gave me like a yard or two. Same with the 21 degree. This one's also set to D1. So I kind of moved both of those down a little bit, and it doesn't make a huge difference, but it makes a little bit of a difference for gapping reasons. So these are old trusties. I love these clubs. I never think to myself, I need to replace my hybrids. We'll see how long these last. It's on video, so you guys can count the years here. But I like them, so they stay in my bag. At some point, something's going to break, a shaft is going to give way, but they're replaceable. It has a torque screw right here that holds. Maybe I can just replace that. They're going to be here for a while. My irons are some Mizuno JPX 800s. They're just irons. They're good. I like the look of them. They do fine. I have in my bag the 6, 7, 8, 9 pitching wedge, but the pitching wedge is really a 9 iron. So when I look at these, my mind adjusts. I want to take a Sharpie and just write different things on them. So I see them as a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because the pitching wedge is 44 degrees, and my pitching wedge has always been 44 degrees, and so my 9 iron has always been 44 degrees, and so a pitching wedge at 44 degrees is a 9 iron. And I have a 48 degree Vokey oil can Vokey design 248.06 wedge that I got, whatever, like 10 years ago. No, longer than that. Did it come out in 06? Whenever I got this. 14 years, however long it's been. I really like this pitching wedge, so it's just kind of stayed in my bag. 48 degree wedge. So I moved from a 44 degree pitching wedge to a 48 degree Vokey pitching wedge. And by the way, when I was in college, I used to take full on, I'd wind up as far as I could and just swing as hard as I could every time, and I was hitting this Vokey about 140, which isn't like anything to write home about, but it's further than I hit it now. Now I hit this about 120-ish. Okay, and it just moves down from there. 120 to my gap wedge, my 52, which is a Cleveland RTX3. This is an RTX 5800, the sand wedges. And then I have an RTX 3 60 degree lob wedge as well. So the 2-dot bounce, whatever. This is, Rotex 2.0. So I hit this one about 110, 100, about 80, 580 on my lob wedge. These were up for replacement this year. I like to buy new Cleveland wedges. It's just something I like to do. It's my preference, okay? So I was planning on replacing them this year, but this year happened. I don't need to remind you. So they've just lingered in my bag. Now, one of my preferences that I like to have my sand wedge stand out. So you can notice there's black finish, and then there's this bright silver finish. Because when I come to my bag and I'm in the sand, or I'm in a bunker, I'm in trouble, I like to just have that comfort of just like, I'm just going to grab good old shiny here, and it stands out. So this is something that I know, I golf with some people who are just like, why do you have an odd mismatched set of wedges? I'm like, they're not mismatched. I mean, for looks, kind of, but everything else, they line up, I feel like, pretty well. So just some weird thing that you'll see in my bag. So I have my wedges, and then I have my putter. You've seen this putter before. This is another thing that oscillates back and forth. I kind of have 3 favorite putters. I like my old 2-ball, like the original 2-ball putter. I like my Ping Answer. My Ping Answer was in this earlier in the year. I played with my Ping Answer. One of my golfing buddies has a modern, what do they call it? Just a modern production Ping Answer. It's made by Ping. It's just a Ping Answer. That's modern production, brass or whatever that material's called. It looks like brass to me. And so I wanted to put mine in too. So it was just for fun, But the Odyssey 7S Black right here is something I'd like the look of. It works as well as any of my other putters, so sometimes I put it in the bag if I feel like it, and that's what's in my bag right now. There's chips on it because the head cover doesn't protect the neck right here, so I love that. The character. I call it patina, but people are like, well, technically patina is an oxidation. Well, whatever. I like the character that those dings give it. Not everybody likes that. In fact, I don't think too many people like that, but I love it. I love seeing things wear and tear. So those are my clubs. But what's in my bag? Let's dig in and find out here. Okay, so I'm going to rotate. Oh, by the way, my bag is Virginia here. University of Virginia. That's right. Bright orange. And to complement the bright orange bag, I have a bright orange rag. Now, I just bought a pack of rags on wherever it was, online somewhere, and they're just rags. Just microfiber rags. You can see it's all muddy. And I had this tarp grommet kit, and I just slapped a grommet on here. Okay, this is my life, right? And so I made like half a dozen of these, so I can just throw these on my bag whenever. If I feel like it, I can wash them, or if I don't feel like it, I can just throw it away and put another one on my bag. Yes, some of these have been given away at people's requests. Can I have one of those? Yeah, here, just take a towel. It's bright orange. It matches my bag. So in this top pouch, I always keep a couple of things. First, when I'm golfing, sometimes, depending on which wallet I bring, if I bring my wallet and it starts to rain, whatever wallet it is, it starts to rain, oh no, here it comes. I always come in here and I grab my Ziploc bag. And so I'll wrap my wallet, and I have a couple of things. I either put it back in my pocket, or I'll put it in my golf bag, or in the cart, depending on what kind of cart it is. Excuse me. And then we will just play on, does that make sense, in the rain. Obviously, lightning, you want to get to shelter. So I always have a Ziploc bag with me. This one needs to be replaced. You can see it's getting kind of old. I think I'll replace that. Then we have a Mystery Valley scorecard. If you guys are in the Atlanta area ever and you guys want to golf at an inexpensive course, that's a lot of fun. Mystery Valley, it's very flattering. There are several holes where you're driving and it's downhill. And so it's very flattering. Your ball rolls for like 40 yards on a dry day. It's pretty fun. Okay, so things that are really in my bag. This is an old golf ball. This is just an old one. But I prefer Pro V1X with my logo on it. I buy them at golfballs.com. Not a sponsor, just I like them. You can see I hit a cart path or something with this one, or a tree. So fun time, fun memories. You need golf balls, okay? At a range, obviously, for those of you that are new, you rent the golf balls. You don't actually hit your own golf balls. You rent the golf balls, you hit the range ball golf balls, and then you save your golf balls for the golf course, which you will need at the golf course. Chapstick. I like chapstick always, and on the golf course, it's no exception. I have some golf ball markers. Kind of an interesting story behind these. It says John Hobby on these. I ordered these through a company called Paulson. Have you heard of them? They make the casino chips for, I don't know, the Bellagio, the Wynn. Yeah, those are Paulson. Same factory that made these promotional chips with my name on them. And the last few years, they stopped making promotional chips. No longer with us. You cannot order these anymore. So these are collector's items now. And somebody has offered me as much as $5 for one of these. Not going to retire on that. Other things that I have a pitch mark repair tool. The Atlanta Falcons this year, it's not good. It's not good. I don't want to even talk about them. But Atlanta Falcons, I have several of the ball markers and the pitch mark repair tool. And I don't care if you call it a divot repair tool, because when a ball comes in and it's spinning and it kicks up that dirt, it's a divot. It's a little divot or a dimple or a pitch mark, whatever you want to call it. This repairs that. So I have one of these. Usually I have a marker. I don't see it in here right now. I have a pen. I have some tees. But I don't see my marker. Anyway, I like my marker because when I hit a provisional, I mark my provisional with a P. Or if somebody borrows one of my golf balls, I'll mark it, or they'll mark it, or whatever, so that way we can tell our balls apart. Either way, if we're not remembering numbers. So I like 3 1/8, not 3 1/4 inch, 3 1/4 inch, 3 1/2 inch wooden tees. But occasionally, can you see the green plastic thing here? Occasionally the golf club is out of them, and you just grab whatever's off the shelf, and I'll buy these. So right now I have these funky colored neon plastic ones. I don't care for these prongs up here. I just like the wooden ones, like the white painted wooden tees. I think I have some. Yes, like this. this is what I prefer just because they're cheaper, and I like wooden things. I feel like it's more, it feels like, I'm not, huge on this, but I feel like it's more environmentally friendly. I just like wood. Does that make sense? Maybe it's the vintage in me. So either way, I do have some plastic tees as well as the wooden ones, because whatever's available. Sometimes you just need tees. And that's all that's in here. More tees, more ball markers, a few of these. What is this? Another Atlanta Falcons ball marker, a short tee, just in case you need to tee off on a par 3, and some more ball markers. It's just have fun with golf. That's the takeaway here. So that's that pouch. Down here I have more tees. I have another Steel Canyon. That's garbage. You need some sweet shades, everybody. Yeah, Oakley somethings. Oakley crankshaft. That's crankshaft. What times the valve? I have no idea what crankshafts do in a car. I'm not a mechanic. Either way, sometimes just non-polarized. Sometimes you just need glasses on the golf course. I don't think there's anything in that pouch. I think I have my rangefinder in here. This is just some Amazon purchased Pro GS22 rangefinder. It's just a rangefinder. It doesn't do anything special. We make it accurate. Yeah, sure you do. Go Sports, which is just somebody, it's just ordered from some Chinese factory and they needed a name to put here, so that's what they put on here. It does the job. Rangefinder, that's it. It doesn't do slope. It's just a rangefinder. That's how I roll. I have an old golf glove. And some old sunglasses. These are like my backup sunglasses. Either way, let's see. I think I have one more pouch that I actually use here. Let's zip this one up. And is there anything in that? Nope, that's empty. Oh yeah, this is just my sunblock. Kid sunblock is the answer, whatever it is. Titanium oxide, what is it? Titanium dioxide, right here. SPF 50 plus. This is the answer. If I forget to apply before I get out on the golf course, sometimes you'll see me like on the third hole, just like lathering up the white face and all this like white titanium dioxide all over the place. And golfing anywhere around the world, you need bug spray. Just a good idea to have some. I was at Steel Canyon with my buddy, whenever it was, and the gnats and the bugs, they were just like thick. You were swimming through those things. And so I sprayed the whole golf cart, just everything, bag, clubs, me, just this was the answer. So, and this is just stuff I pick up at golf clubs or whatever. Kids sunblock. Oh dear, look, a treat. Literally. Look at this crunched up Velveeta. Can you hear how crunchy? It's all just crumbs. Velveeta. The golfer's choice. Not a sponsor. Velveeta, if you want me to sponsor you, we can arrange something. Just pay me in food. Good golf snacks. It's crumpled up, but I'm still tempted to put it back in here. No, I need to throw that away. All right, so that's all we have. My waterproofs normally go right here in this big pocket right here. I don't even know where my waterproofs are. It was raining. There was a school event. I took them out of here. I wore them for something outside, and now I have no idea. They're drying somewhere. I'll go find them. Either way, normally I have some waterproofs in here as well. So that's my bag. It's been a rough year. Hopefully next year's better. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy golf, whether that's at the range or on the course, hopefully, whatever that may be. My final thought is if you're new, don't feel like you need this to start. Okay, they'll have little par 3 courses. They call them par 3s. They call them executive courses. They call them wee courses. Whatever you get out on first. Sometimes you might just need some irons. Like sometimes when I am with some friends new to golf and we go to an executive course, a short course, or a par 3 course, I just grab a few irons. Like literally, it's like you need a putter, a wedge, and like 3 irons. So like 5 clubs can get you around a par 3. So really not too bad. Try it. Find a friend that likes to golf and let them take the 7, the 5, take them, they can take the odd numbers and you take the even numbers and just have a round, with just one set of clubs. It's a lot of fun. You guys could totally do it. But remember, lots of these courses will require that you have your own bag. So go find a golf bag, steal half of your friends' clubs and throw them in your bag and just show up and you guys could play. It's a lot of fun. Give it a try. This is what I terrorize turf with. My divot-making machine right here. Let's see, I showed you my 3-woods, I talked about putters, my irons are just irons, they do fine, my wedges are just wedges, they do fine. I like my M2, it's a little bit loud, but it fits my personality. Alright, well, that's going to conclude this video. I'll dream up some other stuff for other holidays, New Year's and things, so please subscribe. I have an Amazon shop with some golf stuff sometimes there. Go look in the description for my Amazon shop. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. If you would like, hit that bell icon along with subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.